Welcome back. For entertainment tonight, get ready to meet the hottest sensation in the music industry. Born to captivate hearts and ignite the stage, Panduleni Gideon, also known as Miss Gideon, is a force to be reckoned with a voice that mesmerizes and lyrics that resonates. She's set to take the world by storm. Her journey from an unknown artist to a rising star has been nothing short of extraordinary, and she now joins us in studio this evening with more. Good evening and welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
That introduction was so cute. It was really nice.
And an apt description, I believe, of yourself. It really is like a story, right? A star coming onto the music scene, seemingly out of nowhere. But I'm sure you had a journey that we all didn't witness. We only saw you, at the peak of everything. So tell us about that journey, and of course, who Miss Gideon is.
Okay, well, basically where it all started was, so I used to make like covers of like, let me say well-known songs of like Amapiano genre and like Afrobeat. So that's like where I started, and I used to post them on my Instagram stories. And actually the day that I first posted one specific video, which was an Amapiano genre, on my feed, that's where it all started, I believe. That's where, let me say, I captivated most of the people's, attention and stuff. But then I think where it all started was with Pretty Vibes, because that was the first song that I ever put my voice on. And that was, the first time that I actually been to the studio. So that's where it started. And who am I? I am just a Namibian child chasing her dreams, basically.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, yes.
It's interesting that you use your actual name as your stage name, because a lot of time artists use like, pseudonyms or, just names that they think are cool. And you decided to go with your surname, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Why not Panduleni? Is Panduleni not popping enough?
I thought like that. It's because like Miss Gideon was my Instagram handle, and then I didn't think of a stage name, so I was just like Miss G. That's fine. Plus, also, yes, I want to take my father's name somewhere.
Before you get married and lose it.
Yes, I want it there. I want everything to be home. Yes.
Congratulations on reaching 1 million views for Pretty Vibes. When I first heard the song, I actually thought it was not a Namibian artist.
You're not the first.
No? I think a lot of people share that same sentiment. So talk to us about the collaboration with User and how that went. And of course, we had him here, and he was so proud to say, "Oh, that's my girlfriend. We worked together on the song. That's my girlfriend." I said, "Okay, very well." So how did that work? Of course, working with a partner, and of course, working on with an artist that is big in Namibia. The professional side, and of course, a song that became so popular.
Well, it was, I don't know. For me, it's like, I don't really take things that serious because I try to remain humble, I try to contain myself and like, okay, because he was telling me, you know what, this song is a banger, and I was just like, I don't know, let's see how it goes, because I feel like at some point I don't like giving myself a pat on the back, like, oh, you're doing good, or because that was also the first time that I entered the studio, so I didn't really want to have a lot of expectations to avoid disappointment. So I was just like, okay, cool, let's see where it goes. So how the collaboration went about was, so we've known each other for quite a while, and User is a very talented artist, and we were basically just singing to beats, and he was like, you know what, and I was like, also, let's make this a song, let's follow a certain vibe, and let's see how Namibia likes it, because from the videos that I used to post, people always used to take me under his music and say, you know what, I feel like you two would make a good collaboration.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're like, no, let's just try and give people something, and let's see how they like it. And they actually loved it, which was, I didn't expect that.
1 million is a big deal.
Huge number. Actually on both, the audio and the music video. So that's, let me say, 2.3 million in total, and that's really a blessing. That's huge.
Definitely, you need to give yourself a pat on the back for that one. How would you describe your musical style?
My musical style is more of Afrobeat. It's more of, Afrobeat, Amapiano. I'm not really more into the R&B or stuff like that. I'm more of something, I like to feel the beat, I like to feel the energy. Even if it's a slow song, it should have some vavavoom in it, not just, yeah.
You recently dropped your single titled Jehovah. Tell us all about that.
Okay, well, I've been getting this question a lot, but it's, I don't know, I just wrote from my heart basically. I wrote what I was feeling in the moment, and I wrote it in a car. I always tell people I wrote it, I won't forget that part ever. I wrote it in a car because I like to feel the beat, and the car, I feel like the speakers is the closest thing to like being in the studio. Yeah, so I wrote it in the car, and in the moment I was thinking, because I was actually not, I didn't want to continue with the music journey. Not because it was more of like, I felt like, should I really do it? Would people really like what I put out there? You know, it was more of a self-doubt thing.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel like I shouldn't be at that part in my life. But yeah, it was more of a self-doubt, and that's why I said I'm running for my dreams and I'm not stalling anymore. And yeah, basically that's where it came from, because of the stalling. I kept on saying, no, I'm gonna drop, and then...
So a very personal story that you're telling with the song. Why did you choose the title Jehovah? Because obviously people who knows that means God. So why that title?
Because basically when people choose the titles, it's more of the word that's repeating itself in the song. But also I chose it because it has a meaning. And it's because of him that I'm doing all of this, I believe. Because if it was not for him, I wouldn't be here. You know, you pray every day, you say, God, please guide me, because I need the guidance. I need to know which path should I take. You know, as an African child coming from a black home, you know, first my parents were like skeptical, like, no, where is music going to take you? And I told my mom, no, it's going to take me somewhere. I'm still going to do school, but let me just do the music. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's why I chose God, because he's basically leading me into greener pastures.
Do you have an inclination to perhaps lean towards gospel music in the future?
No, that's the thing. I'm not a gospel artist. I am not a gospel artist. I just want to put it out there that I am not a gospel artist. So don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me if I come out with another song that's not gospel. This is just the start, and I felt like I should just give my start a thanking God type of path.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good foundation to start with. Yeah. What's next for you? What's in the pipelines? An album, an EP? I mean, any more collaborations on the horizon?
Yes, collaborations. Yes, definitely. And for this year, I am thinking of dropping 2 more singles. But that's because it takes time to work on an EP or an album. So I'm thinking of dropping an EP or an album next year, depending on how things go. But definitely there is a song coming out soon. That's a summer vibe. And this is the one that I'm so excited for, this one.
Fantastic.
And with Namibia's finest collaborations, you will see. I don't want to give out too much.
Oh, we're looking forward to it. Your social media handles that we can, of course, follow when you do drop all of this exciting stuff.
Okay, yes, that's Miss Gideon 024. And as for my YouTube, obviously the link is on my Instagram bio, but it's also Miss Gideon. Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here this evening, and all the best with your future endeavors and your music career and everything else that you set your mind to.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Genuinely.
That was Miss Gideon joining us this evening. If you don't know who she is, I hope you do by now. She collaborated on a big song with Yeezer. Of course, as we mentioned, it's reached 1 million views on YouTube, which for Namibian artists is a really big deal. And she's just dropped her own single titled Jehovah, which is also out on YouTube, so you can have a look at it there. We've come to the end of this evening's program. Join us tomorrow for our last installation of the week from myself and the team.